Hey, I'm Nikolai from Bunker Samples, and today I'm going to show you how I wrote my demo for Intimate Violin Iremia. So the working title for the piece was Nhớ Thương, which is Vietnamese. Vietnamese is a very poetic language. Nhớ means to miss, thương is love, but it's a deeper form of love than just romantic love. It means you care deeply about the person, even if they're not there. So Nhớ Thương means to miss someone you care really deeply about. So I wanted to go for a bittersweet, melancholic feel. And to do that, I started with a piano sketch. And if you look at it, you'll see there's a lot of dissonance in there. It's all diatonic dissonance, but dissonance nonetheless. Let's listen to just the beginning of that. So I wanted to keep the piano ostinato going throughout the piece and keep it sort of in the middle of the range and then orchestrate the strings around it. So to keep it in the middle, the hands are actually overlapping. So that is basically an E flat major 7. And then the same notes over a C becomes a C minor 7 at 2, I guess. Then we go to A flat major 7. And then we have, at the end, we have this. So at first it sounds like B flat sus 4, but then you actually get the third and the fourth at the same time, and then the 2, this, or the 9th. Before it goes back to so pretty basic harmonically. There's a lot of dissonance, but it's all diatonic dissonance. There's a few kind of secondary dominance going in towards the end. Let's hear that. So a basic 2-5-1 at the end, and then it just fades out on that E flat major 7th chord. If you're wondering about the piano, it's just noir felt. I like that one. So now I had my piano ostinato sitting sort of in the middle of the range, and I could put my strings around that, so to speak. So to do that, I sketched out with an ensemble patch, and that's the Spitfire chamber strings flautando. Sounds like this. So if we look at the string arrangement and the piano part together, you will see it sits in the middle and the strings go around it, above and below and in the middle. So now I had my piano and I had my strings sketched. The next step was to orchestrate that out using Iremia. Now, because this was a demo for the violin, I wanted it to be violin heavy. So you'll see we have violin 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we have a single viola, single cello, and the bass is from Bunker Strings. This is what the Iremia sounds like. So as you can hear, there is more than just static notes going on. There are some textures. So let's look at how I did that. So as you can hear, there are some seamlessly changing texture going on here. And to do that, the way I do it is to simply duplicate the track, copy the regions over, and then if we look at the automation data, you can see when I get to this note, this is CC11, I'm fading it out. But if we look at the next track, you'll see that I'm fading in at the same time with a different sound. And the same thing is happening here. This is fading out, another one is coming in, and another one is coming in there. So if we listen from here, so if we listen to all the background violin parts from where things start to happen, it sounds like this. Then in the piano part, do you remember these sort of secondary dominants that we have? So under these sort of secondary dominants, diminished chords, I have some of the swells. And the articulation is just 2 seconds, swells concertino. I'm using 3 violins and 1 viola. So let's hear that together with the piano. You'll see what I mean. I think that sounds really good. The piano and the strings blend really, really well. So all the strings are pretty much playing with mute, except I have a top line here, which is using the sustained normal. Doesn't that sound great? And then right at the end of the piece, to round things off, I have a descending line with 4 different plucks layered together. I have a diba, which is my private library, but we're working on a commercial version of that. Sounds like this. And I have a young Quinn from Native Instruments. Singing bowl. And a electric guitar. So the plucks sounds like this. And that's it. Let's hear the whole piece. And that's how I wrote that demo. I hope this was useful. I hope you get to enjoy Intimate Violin, Iremia, or the other titles in the series. There's a viola and a cello as well. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.